Hey, I'm Darcy. After playing nothing but old school RuneScape for about the last year and a half, I finally decided to brush off World of Warcraft after not playing very much for the War Within expansion. I wanted to come back, get back into the game, start playing again. I'm going to be playing on my Monk. My goals are going to be get 3400 Raider IO. I want to clear the heroic raid. I know I can just pug it. Ideally, I would like to find a guild that is clearing the raid, at least on the heroic level, and pushing mythic. Coming into this, this was before the Brewmaster nerf. So my plan was to play Brewmaster since Brew was really strong. Monk is my favorite class, even though I prefer to play Windwalker. I just want to be able to get into keys and not play like the sign up wait simulator. I actually want to play the game and not just sit in queue all day. So my plan was at least to do that until like 10s or a little bit above, where I can start getting into some other keys or start running my own keys at or around 10s. So I ended up hitting level 90 kind of late Sunday night, went out, started completing some world quests. I forgot to check my eye level right after I hit level 90, but going through doing the world quests and some ritual sites, after completing these world quests, getting all this gear equipped right before reset, that basically brought me to eye level 202. Since I only did a little bit of open world stuff, I had 2 vault slots, got lucky and pulled tier gloves, 4 out of 6 veterans, so easy choice there. Went ahead and grabbed those. Also with this, weekly reset time walking was available. So I went and did the 5 time walking dungeon quests. Plus the gear from the dungeons was a pretty good start. I think some easy item level increases you can see as we're just going through here. These are just the bosses where I actually did end up getting any eye level upgrades or any drops. Then out of the chest, we pull a 250 waste out of the cache, bringing me up to 215 item level with that.
That would get me 2-piece, wouldn't it?
Thought about using the catalyst charge here on the chest to get 2-piece. Then decided I would go do some LFR instead, just because I didn't want to waste any charges. Even though we already have 5 available, I don't think it's really worth blowing charges here when we're going to be upgrading gear so quickly, getting into the higher tiers, that I just didn't figure it was worth burning a charge on a low level piece. And then you can see right here, we do get rewarded for making that decision. We got the tier piece chest from the first boss and an int offhand that I rolled on since I was healing. I also forgot to change the loot spec, but got that. Then we went and completed some more world quests and pray.
Another cloak.
What memory do you bring? Find the forgotten. Search for the path.
Got some 237 boots from another bag, bringing us to 223 here. At this point, decided to go ahead and go queue some LFR as tank. And no loot for me on this wing, but I was okay. It was still interesting. I hadn't even watched any videos or seen anything else on this. So it was just kind of fun to go jump in, get to see what was going on in the raid on the basic level.
LCD. Target change. Interact.
At this point, decided it was time to go get into some Mythic Plus. So check group founder and actually found a group going and doing some 0 Windrunner Spire. Got accepted as a tank. This was actually only my second time in this dungeon. The quest that takes you through here.
Arcane Salvo.
Not really knowing what's going on.
Arcane Salvo.
Actually, I did know about the protective circle. I just was trying to pay so much attention to making sure that I didn't die that I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on with the mechanics in the dungeon. So ended up just standing here in the protective circle, and you can even see they pushed him out. I brought him back in because I just saw the circle, thought it was
Arcane Salvo.
something else. I'm an idiot. And then they even pulled me out of the circle here. The priest grips me, and like an idiot, I still just stayed in there.
Arcane Salvo. Spell guards protection.
First boss goes down, no problem. Get a 246 Emberwing feather. Bringing me up to 225 item level here. I know I haven't played any of the other classes or any of the tanks so far this expansion, but even though this is kind of my first encounter into, you know, and I know this isn't even difficult content, but outside of like open world content, Brew is feeling pretty good to me. I'm having a pretty good time. Not really feeling like I'm struggling that much. I don't think I'm putting a whole lot of stress on my healer so far, at least. Brew's got a lot of self-healing going on. Feels pretty good in my opinion. Took down second boss. Go to the third boss. And then go on to the final boss here. Nothing really of note. But ended up with the +2 caverns for a key, so we'll run that later. Get the ball rolling uphill on the quest score. After that, went out, killed the world boss, got a 253 chest, but it was cloth, so I'm gonna throw that in the war bank for now and save it for another character. Then went back out, finished another prey while doing some world quest, got a 233 one-handed weapon from here, bringing us up to 228. At this point, just checking my vault to see what I was going to be getting so far. Decided to go ahead, put my key that I had received from the Mythic Zero dungeon. Just kind of took whatever signed up. We ended up with a 226 Resto Shaman with 0 RIO. Then we ended up with a Warlock at 277 eye level and 3400 IO sign up. So I did invite them just because, you know, why not? Then we ended up with another 242 Shaman with 0 IO and a 239 Warrior. It didn't really have any IO. So we went ahead and took those just to get the ball rolling. Headed into my Cyber Caverns.
3,
Of course, I was tanking here.
1.
I wanted to kind of take my time, not make any big pulls, just make sure that we completed the key. Didn't have too many issues or a bunch of deaths or anything, as I'm still learning here and trying to get more comfortable kind of with the class and with the dungeon, because this was my first time in here. Didn't watch any videos or anything, so I had no idea what the hell was going on, other than I just saw at the top it said we needed to free prisoners, so went around to where the different dots were. So we got through the key, made it a +2, only had a few deaths. Out of the chest, I end up getting a 250 one-handed weapon here, which is super nice. We take those. And this brought us into the next reset day. In the vault, we did a lot of stuff, and that's kind of all it really equated to, is just stuff. Nothing too impressive. Unfortunately for our open world, the 246 risks that we had already got. I don't know if it would have been right for me just to take the tokens for the reroll, which I am not even close to having unlocked yet, but right or wrong, I went ahead and took the ring. And that puts us to 2 weeks ago. As of recording this today, it is June 1st. The last clip on this video was from May 19th, so that's 2 weeks ago. My goal is in the next week to get another video out that covers the next 2 weeks between then and now, and then next week try to get on a regular cadence of a video a week. I am a 35-year-old father, husband with a full-time business that I run. Only have a limited amount of time, so I only have, like I said, a limited amount of time to do any playing and editing. I will do my best, but if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching today's video. We'll see you next time.